Greetings. Thank you so much. My name is Plot Mhako and welcome to earGROUND, New Voices Amplified. From time to time, we are speaking to different artists, different creatives. Um, and today we happen to be privileged to have an artist who's making the waves, who's making the buzz. Right now, he's the most talked about artist. His music has created so much interest for so many reasons, relatability, and also that he speaks to the moment, he speaks to the future, and he speaks to so many personal issues. We're going to get more into those details, but I would like to introduce none other than Holy Ten. Welcome to earGROUND.
Thank you so much, Claude. How are you?
No, I'm good, I'm good. Thank you so much for taking the time to be on earGROUND and welcome to New Voices Amplified.
The pleasure is all mine. Glad to be here.
Great. Let's take you back. Your early childhood. Where did you grow up? How was it like?
It was always, I would call it a balance of both. That's what influences the music because that's really what I'm here to talk about. I grew up here in Harare. Music probably started when I was in grade four. That's when I wrote my first rap song.
Okay. Wow.
And
Great.
that's because there was a lot of music around.
Mhm. Do you still remember the
Yeah,
song that you wrote when you grade four?
I do actually, and it was a very controversial track. Someone had done something to me, so then I wrote a song. It was called Busted. It was very violent.
Okay.
Yeah, one
Wow.
of those.
I get you there. Which neighborhood was that? Some of your songs, I pick a lot of Glenview. You mentioned a lot of Glenview.
Yeah. Oh yeah, okay, neighborhood. Well, that was in Waterfalls, because that's where I grew up. Very early age. That's where I was. SOS and Benina, North Park Primary School. That's where it was all going down. Early onset.
Okay. Great. Great. And the first time that you recorded like your first track, which song was that?
It was a freestyle. I don't remember which song it was, but it was just a random thing. I just got on these headphones that had a microphone. So I just plugged them, just learned how to do it, and it's freestyle.
Oh, quite interesting. And right now, fast forward, your music, he has managed to create a buzz. Did you see this coming?
Nah, I'll be honest. We all have visions and dreams, but in that moment when it comes, you realize this is nothing that you expected to happen.
Mhm. And let's talk about that vision and dream. What was your vision? Was it to become an artist or something else?
Well, my vision has always been to have a voice, value in words, not to deceive anyone, to stand for the truth. So I was doing law at one point, but I was always about that advocacy. So I'm an advocate. I advocate for the truth.
Oh, great. And now let's talk about your music. I'll pick a few songs that really move me, and I would want to know some of the meanings or the narratives behind these songs. Uh, I'll start off with Tawada. Is that a real life song?
It is. It is.
So
It
sorry.
is. Man.
Okay.
That song is a dedication for my late brother. He passed away about 3 months ago. Pretty day better with meningitis. So as a last gift to him and as therapy for me and the family, I decided what I do best. Why not?
I'm so sorry, bro. Yeah,
Thank you, man.
and you also did remember me, and uh, was it also connected to reality as well?
Yes, I really admit that the point where I did remember me, well, I called it Remember Me because of the song that I sampled. But it was really much about about that point where I'll be honest with you, Plot, you posted before, might have been 2018.
Yes.
You admit you followed the music. There was a time where there was a steep potential. Something was about to happen, then it got a bit quiet.
Mhm.
So yeah, I wrote that song during that point where I felt like maybe I've done all I could remember.
Oh, great. I remember the first time that I listened to your song, and it's quite interesting because it's a little over a year now, and I heard your song. And I'm one person who's very old school, so I listen to a lot of old school music, and I never really liked like trap or any like this new school hip hop. And I must admit, you're the first person that got me really to pay attention to new school. And I remember making one post then. It was the song that you did where you sampled the late legend Oliver Mtukudzi.
Yes, that's
What motivated you to make that track?
well, this is probably the internet.
I was at a point where everything was going down. I was in a certain place. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you better now.
All right, cool. I was probably in a place and at a time of my life where things were going down. Like any other Zimbabwean story that I sing about. That's what was really going on. So I was looking at the struggle and I was looking at other people's struggles as well. And I just put it there.
And talking about the struggle, sorry, I'm going to, because your songs have so much depth, and this is, I think, one of the most um, striking thing that it's unlike the other, like booty shaking and whatever. You really, even some of the songs that are not really uh, deep on serious issues, they still carry a lot of meaning. And Ndaremerwa is the biggest track right now. And we saw the video, you appear in the video, super awesome, because it's, tell us about just the creative process to make Ndaremerwa and what was the driving force behind you making that track.
Ndaremerwa came out of a very, very, very simple situation. And that's that situation that you see every day. For me, it wasn't about planning a song because I never do that. I it's the music is personal to the point where if I'm walking and I see something, because I care, and maybe there's struggle that's befalling someone else. I really take a look at the way a situation has been handled. Could have been by the citizen, by the authorities, by whatever. And then I write it down. I write it down. So it was me just sitting down, writing down my struggle and the struggle that I've seen elsewhere. Because I also have people with me. If you're gonna ask me questions to break it down, I will break it down. But I'll say this in passing: I have people to me as well that I've seen falling down to drugs, the new drugs. I know what's going on the streets and stuff like that. So for me, it was really about a message more than a song. So I did that, and when I did it, they accepted the story.
Oh, great. And do you ever feel scared from telling the truth?
No, not at all. It's surprisingly I don't. People actually say I should because some of the songs are a bit suggestive of certain things, but
Yeah,
nah, not at all.
great, great. And you know, looking at the future of hip hop, for so many years there was a struggle for hip hop to really get recognition. Yes, some artists managed to blow up, but from conversations that I've seen online, a lot of people are saying now hip hop is going to get a lot of attention. And what's your reaction to that?
I'm glad, man, because I was also kind of disappointed with the fact that hip hop, global statistics have that 2 out of 3 streams are hip hop. That's how big hip hop is. But here it's one of the most insignificant and irrelevant industries, and that's really because of the way that it's being done, probably. So I'm also happy seeing that. Okay, cool. If people believe that we can do this, it can start here. Then that's nice.
Great. 2 out of 3 streams are hip hop. And looking at the future of hip hop right now, with the trajectory that you have taken, do you see this becoming more than just a buzz? Because a lot of the times people are like, it's just a wave, it's a buzz, it's going to pass.
Oh yeah, this year is here to stay. It's about to become something that we all reckon with. Like I always said, I always posted, the truth will always trend. Anything else can trend, but the truth will always trend. If we stick to our lyrics, if I keep writing realness, something that they wake up and look at, they will never leave me, and we'll build this into something. So yeah.
Right. And what are we looking for to get from you? Just dropped Amai, I think 2 3 days ago. Uh, Another great track, very touching as well. Uh, 2 3 years from now, like what are we expecting to get from you?
2 3 years from now.
Yes. Have you imagined
Well,
that far?
okay. That's nice because I do think that for in about 3 years, well, we're looking at the Madison Square Garden or something.
Wow.
Yeah, because when I think about it, 3 years is the reason why I'm getting surprised when you say 3 years is because my dreams are, when you have dreams so big and you understand that, but time is so short. Yeah, that's the other thing that's really made all this happen because you knew I was singing before, but then you just feel right now that there's a different touch, right?
Yes.
Yeah, when my young brother passed away, kind of gave me that new perspective about life that if I'm gonna be sleeping tonight waiting for tomorrow to happen, then
Yes.
what if I
Wow.
yeah.
What feeds your dream apart from the realities? Like what really brings the fire and the energy into your dream, your vision?
It's rejection. It's rejection, knowing that people don't expect it to be you fuels it for me. I just have these characteristics that the Bible speaks about God, Him being a God that wants to prove and stuff like that. So usually when people don't expect it to be you and you just have that energy within now, gotta do it.
Did you face any of that rejection?
Oh hell yeah, man. Damn.
You ever got discouraged?
Yeah, yeah. A lot. I would say that.
Great. And now I'm just looking at the new buzz that has been created and what it has done out to your personality. Do you feel it putting much pressure on you that, all of a sudden now, like online, people are talking about you, your music is trending, and there's now a lot of new attention. Is it putting pressure on you, or you still remain the same person that you were?
The advantage that I have had, Plot, is I've been singing for a while, even at that underground basis. So I know what it feels for, because for me, 10 fans and 10,000 fans are the same thing. Because with my music, the agenda is pushing the message. So I know what it is to have 3 people telling you this song, Iruguti Bata, up. So this is just a message touching people on another level. So I'm not a celebrity or anything like that. Anyone expected to be wearing chains or anything like that. I'm expected to be talking about things that make sense. So I'm supposed to be pushing the agenda with wakanaka wakadaru, you okay like that. So
Yes.
I don't feel any pressure from anything. Although I do feel a bit of I'll admit that now I have to make certain decisions about how to make the music grow. And with making the music grow, maybe you have to work with someone else, or you have to sign something, and you have to talk to certain people. And I'm just kind of having trouble with the decision making. But yeah, that's all coming in line.
I hear a lot of times when I'm speaking to artists after they just blow up, they're like, look, at times we feel a lot of pressure from culture vouchers, people that see the potential in us, that see where we're going. They pounce on us before we even know. They make us sign things. Is that something that you already experiencing?
Well, yeah, I would say that,
Mm.
but then with me now, it's becoming very difficult because for me, I'm not an artist that just made one song and now someone's
You've
gonna
already
try.
made music, yes.
Yeah, I'm not someone you're gonna come and tell Kuti, bro, you're sitting on this potential that you don't know about. I've been making music.
Yes.
Amai Yakabuda 2 days ago, the video. That song is a year old. So I don't have anyone telling me anything that I don't know. So I don't feel any pressure. I just feel like I'm about how people then react to distance.
Wow, great. I mean, I really appreciate that at least we managed to get this interview. What would be your advice to somebody
Of
right
course,
now
yeah.
who's been trying for very long? And a lot of people give up. But if I look at your catalog, it's a long running catalog. What would be the word that you give to somebody who's doing whatever they're doing, but they feel like giving up because they've been trying and they don't see any light?
All right. So I'm gonna give the advice like I'm actually talking. My friend, brother, sister, whatever you're doing or whoever you are, I'm gonna tell you this. The world is not friendly. No one is going to do it for you. People are going to come, there are stages of support. People are going to believe in you up to a certain extent. Sometimes you have people believing in you at first, but sometimes it takes time and you lose people. You have to have this heart. You have to know. You're the only one who saw the dream. You're the only one who knows what's going on in your mind. You're the
Yes.
only one who knows how far you can take this. Because even if I'm a role model to anyone, I'm going to say this. If when I was at Spaces College, the agenda was to for the song kuti ingonzvikone vanhu vari muclassroom. You feel? And now we talk about Ndaremerwa spending a week as the most streamed Zimbabwean song on Apple Music. But I used to have that agenda in Diduku Spaces College. But if I told someone I want to get to that point, they might have laughed at me. But then you just gotta know. No. So even if you face the resistance from your friend, from your parents,
Yes.
from anyone, you just gotta know. You know your dream. That's what I gotta say.
Deep, deep. What kind of books do you read? Um,
Who
looking at
said I
it,
read
I'm
books,
like,
Lord? Who said I
what?
read books?
No, because you know what? The wisdom in your music, the wisdom even just talking to you now, I would assume that you're widely read.
I believe I am. It's
What kind of
observation. Sherlock Holmes. The power to observe. We learn a million different things every day just by looking, just by reading. Well, with books, I don't want to run away from your question. I used to read a lot.
Yes.
Now I do more of watching and listening. But the books that I've read, yeah, the Chinua Achebe's, Tsitsi Dangaremwa, Shakespeare, the Bible.
Mm-hmm. The Zimbabwean hip hop legends, people that pioneered or opened the way for Zimbabwean hip hop. Um, how do you relate to them?
I remember I'm gonna mention one name, and I'm gonna give props to Junior Brown because I remember when I was listening to Junior Brown in Hatfield. That's probably 2015,
Yes.
and I was staying over at my uncle's place on the radio. It motivated me to a point where I even started freestyling on. You asked me when I started recording freestyles.
Yes.
Those days when I was recording those freestyles, I'd record on my beats akafanana ne anoraidwa na Junior Brown, and I have a horsey voice. I have this bass in my voice,
Yeah.
so I was always trying to rap like Junior Brown because he's also got that type of voice. So with Junior Brown, I would give him praise for inspiring me.
Mhm.
That's the praise that I'm gonna give him. It's for inspiring me to want to do this. And yeah, shout out to to Takura as well. A lot of love. I've seen him also putting love on the work, and yeah, you've heard some of the songs that I've also tried doing the trap music and stuff. I'll
Yes.
be honest, that's inspired by him. Yeah,
Right.
and then
Wow.
yeah,
Wow. Thanks a lot, man. Yeah.
yeah, and
It's
King
quite
98. Sorry, and
King
King 98.
98. Oh,
Big support. He's always
mhm. A lot
he's
of
told
people
me
say
before.
he's a privileged kid. He has no talent. I've heard people say that. I don't agree with that. What's your response to that?
I've heard that too. I'll be honest about that. I've read comment sections before, and I know what people say on the street, but it is what it is. I'm just thinking that you give people something, they give you back a response,
Yes.
and you do something about it. You decide whether the 10,000 people that put dislikes are just hating or they have a genuine point. You decide. You know your music, and yeah. So I don't have anything to say about that, but I have a song Yake in particular that is very interesting that I like that I listen to. So yeah, I don't have any problems with the boy.
Great, great. And before you go, would be happy if we can just get a snippet of Ndaremerwa and then we close off the interview.
All right, no problem. Do you want me to play the beat for you as I do it, or just freestyle it?
Maybe you can just do freestyle. It's fine.
All right, no problem.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm texting by Teja like Wang, my D. He texting me back like, what's happening, my G? Seiko, my D. Seiko, 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 Sengo, my Z. These days, Utambira Coop. Cash dog my Wambi per town. These days, as now Mira Mush. Graduate one disagown. Doyacho, Zidicta pussy. Doyacho, pack to the grind over pressure. Pack to the mind over metal. Pack to Mukira town, uchifamba, uchiradza, utwageza. Pack to the Jeso. Pack to the Jeso, apa, amen. Amen. Back to the gamins, back to the patience. Emergence. Ndaremerwa. I want Ndaremerwa. To anybody still informed too. Everything you learn is not true. If anything you learn is no proof, then everything you learn is no use. Sha, taste it kadzidza neshasha. Taste it kadzika neshasha. Badaza, sicha zikatanga ngopisa. Taste it kabisa mabacha. Rasta, pamba pano shuga yakapera. Hapana chanibvunza kwandaswera. Ndichangoti wangu pane njuga dzandapeta. Izvo pana kuleva ndasecha. Mangwana ndakamuka ndakaneta. Ichamba chandakweva chasangana neguka randasveta. Yatongova guka makafe. Dai matogara guva makachera.
Wow. Deep, deep, deep. When I listen to this song, thank you so much, man. When I listen to this song, there's so many layers of meanings.
Yeah.
From religion, the struggle with the drugs, the society, and the wordplay that you use there, something relatable. Um, it really brings me closer to home to the situation that we're going through right now. What's your way to Zimbabwe? Right now, we're going through, I think, one of the darkest chapters in Zimbabwean history.
My word to Zimbabwe is grind over pressure. Now that we see the situation, because I'm really much about how it relates to people personally. That's why there's so many hidden meanings, like you were saying, different angles. You get religion, or let me just break it down real quick. You hear there's a game when I say back to that game, Dakuona prophet, and then there's a priest on that bus. That's really just a message about in our diversity, even in our beliefs. Uh, Gamins, that's the white garment guys. The priest was running it's Pentecostal, so and then there's Form 2s, and then there's the people on drugs, and then there's the graduates. Because it's gotta relate to someone, anyone on a personal basis.
Yes.
So as personal advice, not advice, what would I say was your question? I would say that it's just a reminder that you matter. That's why we had the hashtag on to that. it's reaching out to the Zimbabwean to say, okay, fine, we see the situation, and
Yes.
to bring the people together and say the same story. Because I don't want to then have to answer questions about whether it's politically suggestive,
Political or not, yes.
but you saw the hashtag.
Yeah.
So I have
Well,
a question for you, though.
you saying?
I have a question for you.
Oh, okay, cool. Yes, yes. Bring it on.
Well, I had the hashtag all over the song, with the posting of it and everything, right? But on the song, I never said the hashtag. I never said, no way. I never said Zimbabwe Lives Matter on the song. But I did. Where?
On the song. Wow, man. On the song, the hashtag.
Somewhere in that song,
Just
you find that.
Shasha, Ndaremerwa, Kamakafela. Wow.
Here's the hashtag plot.
Yes.
I'm texting Brightesia like Wangu Madi. Hashtag Zimbabwean Lives Matter. Matter is an issue of concern. And when people greet each other, the first thing they say is Madi. Texting. Hashtags are done on the phone, on social media. So I'm texting Brightesia on a phone, Wangu Madi. I'm concerned about the Zimbabwe.
Wow. Man,
That's
I'm moved. I'm deeply moved. You come from a different planet, I must say.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was trying to figure out like where could it have been. Yeah. Wow, thank you so much, man, and keep making great music. Keep making music, making music that relates, that speaks to our lives, that speaks to the generation. And I think you're one person who is inspiring the entire generation, and the music is really cutting across. I was talking to somebody who is not even into hip hop, like who listens to some very funny type of music. He says, you know, for the first time, I've had to pay attention because this song really speaks so much reality. And thank you so much for taking the time and a very late evening to be able to do this interview, but people are going to see it during the day. So thank you so much.
Cheers, Lord. Thanks a lot for having me here and the continued support.
Awesome. Thank you so much. To everybody who's watching, I've been speaking there to Holy 10. He needs no introduction. I've already done that. But, you know, his music right now is speaking to Zimbabwe. He has the microphone, and we're all paying attention to what he's doing. Just drop the mic and stay tuned to earGROUND, New Voices Amplified. I'm out. Peace.
Be strong.